Hey guys, welcome back! This is another episode of, well, actually, no it's not. I was going to say it's another episode of forest crafting, but I'm not in Cernuna. I am in something else. So, I'm going to show off what it is in a minute. But so what I've been doing a lot in my spare time is whenever I was like bored or had a bad day or something, what I would do is I would come into Minecraft and build. And I built a couple things. This is just one of those things that I did on just like a private thing where I was like, I'm just gonna build. The other thing that I can't get to it right now because my friend only has access to it. Keep accidentally clipping into the building. Okay, anyway. My friend is the only person who has access to it because their server is down right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out here and I'm going to show you guys. And I have a sword because sword. Hello cows. Oh, it's nighttime. Hold on. Time, set, day. Alright, there we go. So I'm in creative mode to show off what this is. What I did was I put the world into super flat and just kind of like found a town. That's what this is. I found a town and I started building. So I'm going to show off the town first before I show off the other parts that make this really cool. So the town is, I have a like plant mod that gives me a bunch of trees, and these are called silver bell trees. No, they're so pretty. So it's a silver bell forest surrounded by a birch forest. Hello bear. And I planted all these silver bells myself. And so the town came with a bunch of stuff, and I added things, and there's some from the chickens running around. Some of the crops have kind of gotten messed up. I haven't really felt like building animal pens yet. I probably will. But so this is the town. The town is full of very pretty plants that I planted myself. I added a lot of really nifty little like outside things. I didn't do a whole lot to the insides, I don't think. I don't remember. I messed with the town itself a while ago. Yeah, all I did was light up the insides. I messed with the town a while ago. It has been a while since I have messed around with the town itself. Because I was doing something else. And you guys have probably noticed that everything here looks a little weird and shadowy, and I'm going to get into why it looks like that in a minute, because that's the part of this build that I'm proud of. So the Silver Bottom Forest goes all the way around this lake, which I made this lake myself. It's not a very deep lake, but, you know, it works, and it had fish in it, but I guess they despawn it if they're not at a certain depth. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. So the path goes by the lake. There's some willow trees. There's one of the farms is over here. There's a fence around the town. You can see it right there. Fence. So you go, the fence stops here, and there's a part of it that stops over there, and this is the outside of the fence, where there's nothing is lit up out here, so stuff can spawn out here. The lake took me a while to fill up with plants. It's very, very pretty, I think. It's filled with, like, water lilies and stuff, and there's a lot of chickens in it. They're ducks right now. It's just, I think that this part is very pretty. Now, the part that I'm proud of is above us, and so we're gonna go up the way that we're supposed to go up, which is this way. It takes a second to get up there. But I spent off and on probably 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days total working on this. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I didn't actually keep track of it because, again, this was off and on work that I did for a while. And I just finished it this morning. The morning of this recording is when I finished this. Because I was just like, you know what, I'm going to sit down and do this, and then I'm going to show it off. Because I like doing builds, but I like doing them the quote-unquote hard way, which is in creative mode in Minecraft with no add-ons, because I know there are easier ways to do this. my friend Stuff, who runs the server that my other thing is on, is one of those people who does it the easy way. So here we are on one of 5 floating islands. So there's that one over there, there's this one, and then there's a little one right there, and then there's another little one like on the other side of the big one. So I'm gonna hop up and float around, show them off. These trees are called ghostwood. They're ghostwood trees. They're really pretty. This is mint, and these are wolf willows. And those are just very bright like fluorescent, there we go, fluorescent mushrooms. They count as natural light, which means things will spawn around them. Here's one of the other islands. I like this one because it's big. I think that one has something in it. I don't remember. So let's drop down over here. Oh, this bamboo is called timber bamboo. It's black bamboo. It's really cool. If I whack it, the whole thing will fall over, and I'm not going to do that. So this is my bridge. Yes, if I walk over here, I'm not going to fall over. It's the joys of this. My bridge is made out of the ghost trees. So if you notice, I have this fence that goes along this way, and that's because I didn't want to build a path. So what I did was I made it seem like this area was fenced in and the fence kind of got broken. So you follow the fence line this way. Hopefully, I have it on peaceful, so Endermen have been trying to steal parts of my islands. So you follow the fence this way. Oh, it turns this way. Oh, and oh, let's step back a second and just appreciate the creepy front door. It's Spanish moss. I really like the Spanish moss. So then you go inside this cute little house that blends in. There are buttons on the inside so that the doors close themselves behind you. There's white glass, this little like table thing, bookshelves, hanging plants. I'm so creative, so if I touch anything, it'll all break. And then there's this door. Boop. You go down. Wait, I want to close the door. You go down. Oh, what is in here? And you drop down into the island, which there isn't a whole lot in here yet. I'm gonna add like a story thing, because I like giving these things like stories. But so like the inside's got little like fluorescent mushroom rings and stuff. The walls are lined with mushrooms, at least where there aren't any hanging plants. And there's an upstairs. There's glowstone everywhere to keep things from spawning. And so the upstairs, if you notice the ceiling is dirt, that's because that is the island above us. This is why I get mad at the Endermen when they steal my dirt, because it drops directly into here. Because I didn't think to make it 2 or 3 thick, I was just kind of like, it'll be okay. And here are the doors, so we walk through. This is the entrance. The doors are made out of bamboo, and it's really cool. This is the part that took me forever. We're going to kind of fly as best as we can through here. It's a little hard because the ceiling gets really low. Oh, I need to put glowstone over here. I'll do that later. But so it kind of looks like this entire floating island is made out of emerald, and that something at some point hollowed it out. And that was what I was going for, because I really like doing stuff like that. I think it makes it look really pretty. Up. And so, like, and the walls are wool, because I thought the aesthetic look was nice, and apparently mushrooms will grow on wool. And the glowstone doesn't, like, impede these mushrooms, and I'm not sure why. Also, the people that, whoever, like, lived in here liked growing melons. I just wanted to make an underground farm. And I put melons because I was like, why not? But this part took a while, but honestly, this part is all flat, so it didn't take as long as some of the other pieces. The inside of this, The big island probably took the longest out of anything because it's big. It's as big as the town underneath it. And I had to place all this emerald and everything that was in there. But the part of this that made this build take so long, because doing flat things isn't difficult. Where is the door? There it is, it's over here. Doing flat things isn't, you know, inherently difficult. It's when you do this stuff that comes underneath it. Hop. Alright, and back out the door. Oh, it's getting to be nighttime. I'm gonna have to turn the lights on to make sure that y'all can... Ah, the trees, they're eating me. Also, this is the top of the island. It's a very large island. And it drops down into... Oh, let me show you the little island that it, like, drops into. Just... Whee! Alright. So it just drops down to this little island because I wanted to have water coming off of it, because water was coming off of one of the ones over there. And I wanted to put timber bamboo in places. So there's some timber bamboo up there, and then there's timber bamboo down here, and some more mint and the wolf willow, because I like the mint and the wolf willow. It matches the effect that I was going for. You can see the glowing mushrooms over there. You can also see this. So... the underside of this is entirely made out of emerald, so like you could dig down inside the island and just continuously dig into emerald. So it's supposed to be like a giant floating magic emerald, and that's why the town lives underneath it. And the lake is fed from this, which Lord knows how the how this does what it does, but you know, magic. But so this took me quite a while over the course of a long time, and on the island itself, I put it's basically just a massive mushroom habitat. There's like ground cover and moss and mushrooms of all sorts. There's the fence line. Spanish moss, which is classified as a vine under this mod. It's more of the bamboo, little tiny pond. Oop. Some more mushrooms. These mushrooms are poisonous. See? Don't eat those. Don't eat these either. These are stinkhorns. They're just kind of gross. But I had a lot of fun building this. And this is something that I do, like, it's cathartic. It feels good to build things. I have a lot of stuff that I've built. And actually, I think I might, in another video, show you guys something that I helped my roommate build one time. I think that world is called Tuna Salad. This one's called Floating Islands because I'm creative. But I like the plant mods, and I like the trees. And it makes for a wonderful build, and the house blends in. Like, the only way you can really see the house when it's nighttime is because there are torches inside of it that show through the windows. That's the only way you can actually, like, see the house itself, because otherwise it kind of blends in. Like, even the stairs, they're about the same color as the leaves, so, like, it blends in really well. And that's the point. Like, the way I wanted this to be was just, I want to, like, at some point pick this up and pick all this up and drop it into, like, another world, so that it blends in better. And then, open it up and see if people can't figure out how to get into these places, but at the same time, I would have to set it so that people can't break anything, because if they dig on this upper island, then if they dig down on that first layer, then they're just going to be unhappy. Very unhappy. And there's the town. Because the island covers the entirety of the town, I had to light it up with glowstone. If there wasn't glowstone in it, even during the day, it would be dark. I had things spawning in here. And I've got glowstone, like, in the water. Why did I put glowstone in the water? Oh, so that I could probably see. I don't remember. But this is the kind of stuff that I like doing, and this is why I like doing forest crafting. This is kind of similar to what I want to have. I might actually pick this up and drop it into Cernuna, into the into the forest crafting world, because this would look really nice as part of the forest, especially the floating islands. Ooh, this sounds like a plan now. Someday. Not anytime soon, though, and there's a bunch of animals in here. There's, like, bunnies and squirrels, if they're still here and haven't despawned. Some animals despawn, and I don't understand why. There's pigs and stuff. You can hear the dudes just, her, her. Lots of Patricks. There's deer. The deer don't despawn. That's good to know. There's horses, there's bunnies and frogs. I've got little entrances scattered around. Yes, I hear you. You're just, it's so terrible, I know. You're trapped inside this fence where it's safe and where the bears can't get you. Whee! You can just barely see things loading down below from up here. Well, let's go back down. This is like the, minus some like tiny little tweaks, this is like the final version of this build, honestly. Like, I went through and did some tweaking before I decided, oh, here are the squirrels. They're just all in one spot. Hi, squirrels. There's a bunch of them. And a lizard. So you guys might see this build sometime later on in the future. Who knows? It would be nice if I could put it into the big world eventually. So let's plop up. There's a chicken in the well again. Oh well. So, thank you guys so much for just, being here, giving me support, watching my videos, throwing likes at me and stuff. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this, like my personal builds and stuff that I just work on in my spare time, just let me know in the comments. So, thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!